going on, everybody? Episode 10 of the 10,000 Hours Project. It's currently a Wednesday. If you missed out on Tuesday's vlog, I had it up on Instagram. Basically, for those who are a bit slow or who missed out on Monday's episode, I'm changing it up this week. Every second day I'll be uploading to YouTube, and the day in between I'll be documenting my projects or the day on my Instagram story. And I'll explain why I'm changing it up in my previous YouTube vlog, so I'll leave that link up here and you can check that out. Now, for those who did pay attention to the vlog on Instagram, you know I was supposed to have a game yesterday evening. However, it had been postponed. It's been postponed to Thursday night now, apparently. It kind of does mess up my schedule here. I'll put up my training schedule right now. So as you can see, I've obviously made changes to my training schedule for the week, as I had the FFA Cup game on Tuesday, but again, it's been postponed to Thursday. So I've put the FFA Cup game down here. Now, I originally planned to do a hydro recovery session, so a pool recovery session here around 6 AM, but obviously because the game's been changed to Thursday, I didn't have anything on around this time. Obviously, I just come home from work and I'm about to go in for a general conditioning session and a position-specific light session. And that's a session you'll be viewing very soon on this video. As you can see with the training schedule this week, obviously it's been tweaked, but there's not a lot of training happening. And again, it's been really frustrating for myself. I've still got the 2 rest days, but I've had to adjust my foundational lower body strength session to be had on a Saturday, and I've never really had my strength session on Saturdays. I was supposed to have it on a Friday, but like I said, these things happen and I've got to adjust my schedule accordingly. And the positive to take away from this, I'm still being organized, I'm still on top of things regardless of the situation. So I'm hoping to get an extra 2 hours in today, as I want to keep everything light in time for game day tomorrow, so I'm raring to go. As you saw, it's obviously messed up my week totally, and I hate that. I love being organized with my schedule, especially my training schedule and nutrition schedule. I'm really nitty and picky like that, but I have to adjust, and that does mean I don't get as many hours this week. Obviously, the good thing is I do get a game on Thursday night. Now, today I'm going to be going more in depth with my calories and how I approach my nutrition leading up to game day. Also my hydration, and obviously, of course, we're still going to go through the training sessions throughout the day. However, it is currently 2:15. You saw my daily schedule. I had coaching this morning, so I got up around 6 AM, prepared my coaching sessions, and headed out to work at around 7:45. Now that went until about midday, so I'm back home now. Obviously, I've just had my typical breakfast, so the cereal with fruit on top, as well as some orange juice for some extra carbohydrates and vitamin C. Now for lunch, I've just had some chicken wings with some vegetables and a lot of sweet potato. So I'll just quickly talk about my nutrition for now and how I approach my nutrition plan before game day. So what I like to do is incorporate a lot more carbohydrates into my body, as you want to fill up your muscles with as much glycogen as possible, so you have enough fuel in your body and your body's efficient in time for game day. Now, that's not to say you just consume any type of carbohydrates. Obviously, if you're eating chips, a lot of white bread, white rice even, that can really affect your performance on game day. So it's not about the amount of glycogen, as I mentioned before, but it's more so quality and quantity of carbohydrates entering your system. So obviously I substituted like white rice, for example, with sweet potato. A sweet potato is a low GI carbohydrate, so that's going to stay in your system for a lot longer than, for example, a baked potato or chips, for example, where it just goes straight through your system like that. The idea and concept behind complex carbohydrates is it stays in your system, but it slowly disperses out to your muscles. It's kind of like a controlled carbohydrate, to put it in simple terms. As for my calorie amount, as you know, I'm hitting the 2,700 mark on a daily basis. However, before game day, I really like to hit about 100 or 200 calories in excess. Even yesterday's vlog, I went over about 160 calories, and that's just to kickstart that carb loading process and cycle. Now, also another part of my nutrition and what goes into your body is your hydration. So water is very important as well, guys. So for me personally, all I really drink is orange juice, maybe apple juice on occasion, but rather orange juice and water. Honestly, that's all I really consume. And obviously milk for my protein smoothies, but that's really all the liquid that I consume for my body. I know it sounds boring, but seriously, if you dedicate yourself to just putting water or putting really good liquids into your system, it'll really make a difference and your body will be so thankful for it. And just in general, I really like to drink a lot of water, but especially the day before game day, on game day, and the day after game day. That's when I really focus on my water intake. Again, having water, it helps fuel your body. It also helps with preventing cramps, muscle pain, strains. It just improves your overall performance. In summary, I want to be hitting 2,850 calories a day, so an extra 150 calories surplus, again because of the carb loading before game day, and I want to be consuming 2 to 2.5 liters of water today. Anyway, for now, we're going to get into the training, and of course, before game day, I always like to have a light session, even a position-specific session if I can. So I'll see if I can get down to a park with a wall and try and reenact situations I might come across in a game. And for me personally, I'm a defensive midfielder, so I'm going to try and do some defensive midfielder drills. So a lot of defensive midfielder drills incorporate really short, simple passing, short pass, turn and go. And I'll be explaining that throughout my training session. But for right now, it is hitting 2:30 p.m. so I'm going to go in and get my general conditioning done, make sure my body's all set for tomorrow, doing some injury prevention exercises, core stability, ankle stability, and flexibility to get my muscles and body all ready for tomorrow's ever important game against Leichhardt. Anyway, so that's enough blabber from me. I'll meet you guys at the gym for my general conditioning session. However, I'm not going to do a voiceover. I've already done a voiceover, I think in 1 or 2 of my vlogs, where I do go into depth with my general conditioning analysis, and I'll leave that link above for you guys to see if you're interested. So without further ado, I'll head to the gym. I'll put some background music in the background. That makes sense, Nathan. So I'll just do a quick time lapse once again, just to show you guys I'm documenting my progress, showing you I'm doing the sessions and I'm doing the 10,000 hours project justice. So you'll probably be hearing from me next after my general conditioning session, where I'll be doing a voiceover of my light technical position specific session, so to speak. Anyways, I'll see you in a bit. So here's the position-specific training session. Obviously, being a central defensive midfielder, I'm obviously incorporating a lot of passing, a lot of turning, a lot of scanning with the ball. Just the simple plays, and that's what a defensive midfielder really focuses on. He's kind of the anchor in the team, really tries and controls the match from the back, trying to break up the attack from the opposition. And obviously when in possession, he's cool, calm, collected, and plays a very simple game, but he perfects that simple game. That's what I'm trying to really accomplish myself as a central defensive midfielder. So it's a super light technical session. I'm really going at 70 to 80% of my maximum here. It's not so much improving your technical ability, it's more to get my mindset in place and really just visualize myself in game realistic situations. Obviously the scenario with the wall, I'm receiving the ball off the centre back and I'm trying to provide an angle so I can look to play the ball forward. Now this next drill is a combination drill, so it's just a progression on from the basic pass and turn drill, I guess. I start off with some ball mastery and then I'm dribbling through the cones, and again incorporating that game realistic situation of receiving off the centre back, but this time I'm receiving it on the run. So instead of turning and facing, I'm receiving it on the run and taking that first touch into positive space.